Imagine if, the next time you broke the battery pack on your Xbox controller, you didn't have to buy a new one.
This is the kind of future that people are imagining with 3D printers. This whimsical thought that you can make anything in your own living room. Now in this day and age, nobody buys printers anymore, but 3D printers are starting to make a comeback.
In this current decade, 3D printing has gained a lot of attention, as it has been commercialized and popularized by maker groups like the one on our very own campus.
Is this the future of manufacturing? There are definitely people who think so. Comedian and television host Jay Leno was one of the first evangelists of 3D printing. During his TV series, Jay's Garage, Leno famously used a 3D printer to recreate parts of his antique cars that were no longer manufactured. He proved what would soon become one of the first use cases for 3D printing, manufacturing parts for broken vehicles, devices, or furniture that would otherwise be thrown out.
3D printing is rapidly becoming a big part of medicine. It allows people to produce medical things such as prosthetics in a cost-effective way. On average, a prosthetic hand costs about $11,000. Many people in need of prosthetics can't afford to get them for obvious reasons. However, with the introduction of 3D printing into the world of medicine, people can now produce prosthetic hands for an average cost of $50. This means that medical goods are more accessible to everyone with the use of 3D printing. Another example of 3D printing in medicine would be in the case of Amos Dudley. Dudley is an art student at the New Jersey Institute of Technology who used 3D printing to his advantage by printing his own set of braces, similar to those of Invisalign. His clever idea saved him thousands of dollars and got him a set of straight teeth. Although these ideas may seem innovative and ethical, they can also have negative consequences. The biggest ethical issue surrounding the use of 3D printing in medicine is that it is unregulated. Although Dudley was able to straighten his teeth with the use of a 3D printer, he could have had adverse effects. Since 3D printers are so accessible compared to a lot of traditional medical technology, people may assume that they can make whatever medical devices they want.
They say that Fujini is capable of printing all types of real, fresh, nutritious foods, from savory to sweet. And artificially printed protein reduces greenhouse gas emissions. And livestock accounts for 18% of global greenhouse gas emissions. It is unethical because farmers and producers lose jobs, but it is ethical because it's cheaper and it's easier food access for everyone.
3D printing also has many real-world applications that could greatly benefit developing countries. 3D printed housing would allow people to create homes at an affordable cost while also requiring less manpower to create. Known as contour crafting, these houses are made by a machine that lays down the material in a design pattern just as a small-scale 3D printer would to create layers of material that make up the structure. Made out of concrete, clay, or sometimes even recycled construction waste, this kind of housing process would not only require significantly less funds to build, but would greatly reduce the amount of wasted construction material. This housing application in developing countries could be seen as ethical because it would make it easier for families to create their own homes in an environmentally friendly way. However, in the more developed areas of the world, construction workers everywhere would face potential loss of jobs due to the minimal amount of workforce that this process requires. Another avenue for applied 3D printing is in water and sanitation. Each year, somewhere around 3.4 million people die a year due to water and sanitation related issues. Projects like Water for Humans are teaming up with students to create toilets for underdeveloped neighborhoods in Oaxaca, Mexico, in order to improve sanitation standards. Other companies like Tiva Water are working towards creating water filters for underdeveloped regions in Africa in order to help allow the population access to clean drinkable water. Both products can be seen as ethical applications of 3D printing since a broader range of the population would have access to clean water and improved quality of life due to improved sanitation. There is no doubt that 3D printing and its soon-to-be commercially available applications are changing the world. Overall, 3D printing has made it so that you don't have to be an engineer or inventor to come up with creative solutions to everyday problems. With the way advances in 3D printing have been developing, who knows where 3D printing will take us next?